There's a timing to everything, an impulse, a rhythm to life. How do we synchronize with this timing? Well, the more we wake up, the more perceptual filters we dissolve, the easier it gets. But it's always accessible. Sometimes it's accessible through the creative process, through creating art, dance, movement, breath work. Sometimes it's accessible through walking in nature, sitting in nature, or through meditation. It's always accessible through sound. How do we hear with no filters? How do we listen without the listener getting in the way? Well, there's no specific how, because when we start to think of how, we're already in the mind. So just listen. Just hear. Let all the sound appear exactly as it is now. We're not filtering. We're not pushing away certain sounds. We're not trying to attract other sounds or focus on certain sounds. Just let the sound wash, naturally occurring here, permeate experience. It doesn't matter where it is. It doesn't matter what it is. There's just sound. Now, it might start to become obvious that there's a sort of background hum, a ring in the ears. Often it can be surprisingly loud when we stop filtering the sound field. And that's perfectly okay. That's your tuning fork. So go right to the sound and let the sound come right to you, such that there's no mitigating entity. There's no one deciding what sounds good and what does not sound good. There's no one holding back from sound and commenting. There's no one, and there's nothing labeling sound. Just that pure hearing. Let it overtake you. Let it be inside and outside at the same time. Let it be the exact quality and pitch that it is now. It doesn't need your help. Meaning, it doesn't need you to stand apart from it and analyze it. It doesn't need you even to stand apart from it to hear it. There's just what's heard. Just the sound. It's not a process. It's not a solid object. It's not propagated through some medium like air or space. It just is. It's right where it is. And it's just how it is. Pure hearing. The hearing does the hearing. Nothing apart at all. No ear. No sound waves. No object out there making sound. All of that can be stripped away, and still the appearance of sound remains clearly. Just hearing. The sense of having a past can be dropped right now, and the sound remains. The sense of having a future can be dropped right here, and just that sound remains. The sense of being on a spiritual path can drop right now. No trace. And the sound remains. The sense of being someone who's collecting notes about experience, self-talking, planning how you're going to talk to yourself about it later or others, that can be dropped right now. Completely. And the sound remains. So the sound is freedom. Absolute freedom. Because it's not contingent upon anything at all. It's not contingent upon an ear or hearing or a hearer or a sound maker. Doesn't need any of that. That's all afterthought. So it's pure, simple, innocent. Can you hear the whole body ringing? The feet, the hands, the head. Can you hear the walls ringing, buzzing, humming? The whole universe? And formless nature, where no universe has ever come into being, also rings with this one sound. And that one sound is every sound in the environment. Because it doesn't filter. It doesn't hold back. It doesn't hesitate. It obliterates everything. Endlessly letting go. It accommodates everything. It accommodates the illusion of form, the illusion of separation, the illusion of movement and time. But it doesn't hold on. That sound burns away all futures and pasts. Burns away all attachment. Burns away all fixation. Burns away all holding. So what's left? Just the sound. Couldn't get any closer. Couldn't get any more intimate. Couldn't get any more empty. Couldn't get any more full. And all those descriptors are completely unnecessary. Because the depth is infinite. The nuance is infinite. The subtlety is infinite. And this is also beyond finite and infinite. Wholly beyond. Just this sound. It's always here for you. Your constant lover. Constant companion. Constant reminder of formlessness, peace and freedom, and accommodation, infinite contact, infinite release. Just that sound.